Hello, Huskies back again with more Chicago Blackhawks GM mode franchise mode commentary. Last video we finished off the offseason. We traded Thomas Vanek, signed Blake Wheeler, and I said I would sim the offseason and I would see you for the start of the next season. Well, I did that, and I went through my team, I set up my roster, I did my lines. I got about 10 minutes into the video. I'm sitting here in November of the season, and I got a call from my university. I had to square some things up, but the only issue with that is I haven't saved since before the offseason. Like, I haven't saved at all this session, so I'm just going to pick it up here. You haven't missed anything. We're 8-6-0. I'll go through my lines. I'll show you my thought process behind what's set up. My bad, but that was a phone call that I couldn't miss, and I didn't think to just stop everything. And I don't have an editing program at the moment. I'm in between computers, so I can't just cut that into this. But yeah, like I said, we're 8-6-0 to start. Pretty much 50-50. St. Louis yet again. They were 10-1. They've kind of come back down to earth. We're scoring a bunch, but we're giving up a bunch. So I might have to mess with my bottom six, and I'll show you why I think we're struggling a bit. Edit lines. So I went over all this in the 10 minutes you don't get to see, but I went back and forth on my second line trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I ended up with Blake Wheeler, Artem Anisimov, and David Pastrnak as the second line. When I did best lines, it put the Brinkat there on the second line, but I didn't like having Teravainen and Athanasiou both on the fourth line. But with the way that it's working out, actually that third line, they're only a minus. This is the second line that's struggling. The second line's a minus, hard minus across the board. They're the only line that's struggling. Everybody else is even or +1. Alright, so what about this second line isn't working? Pastrnak, Anisimov, Wheeler. Wheeler has 13 points. Anisimov has 2. Pastrnak has 7. So odd man out is Artem Anisimov. So who do I put in that second line spot if it's not going to be Anisimov? I honestly kind of would want to put Athanasiou up there because he's got better offensive stats than Anisimov. Plus, he brings more defense to the table, honestly. He's got better face. Yeah, I'm just going to... Honestly, Artem Anisimov might be playing his way off this team. It sucks to say. Alright, let's do that. Let's do Shoshnikov, Teravainen, Hartman, DePrincat, Anisimov, Sprong, Wheeler, Athanasiou, Pastrnak, Kane, Tays, and Panarin. I really struggled with trying to find spaces for everybody. This was the happiest, but with the way that this line configuration is, I'm left with Nick Schmaltz on the outside looking in. Sucks, yeah. I mean, he's got 2 years, so I want to see if he develops at all. Defensively, Hjalmarsson, Keith, Mata, Polka, Riley, Tululo. The only thing different is the third pairing is considerably better with Riley instead of Forsling. Oh, he's a top 4 defenseman now, so he might not get a happy. Injured, ice time. Yeah, okay. So he might not be a happy camper, but that's okay. I'm not too concerned about him. Yeah, let's try that, because aside from that second line, our first line is doing really well. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. 15 points, 14 points, 14 points, they're all pluses. I mean, we've only played 14 games, so they're all point per game players. I mean, even Blake Wheeler's got 13 points. These guys can score, kind of, but they can't keep the puck out of the net to save their life. So hopefully Athanasiou helps that with the faceoffs and the defense. But yeah, I think with that, we're all caught up. I spent most of the video you didn't see kind of bitching about what parts of franchise mode I'm not a fan of. Basically boils down to just the notification system is a little... I would like to be able to turn off AHL notifications if that was a thing. And I'd like for the sim engine to be a little quicker in terms of stopping it. Like, if I want to stop it on a certain day, I'm able to stop it on that day. I don't have to stop the simulation 3 days in advance to stop it at a certain day. But those were really my only 2 gripes with the sim engine. It's actually gotten considerably better than what it was on the 360 or when it first came out. Like NHL 15 and 16 were atrocious sim engine wise. They finally fixed the full-on like the stat portion of the sim engine on the legacy version last year, and the be a GM mode on the 360 version, the last 360 version ever made, was amazing. And I wish they could have just ported it straight over. I do not want Brendan Dillon. No. That guy is a crybaby and a half. I had him with whatever team I just finished doing. I think it was Edmonton I had him. And he was a nice little addition, but then he bitched about ice time. And I've already got Mike Riley who's going to cry about ice time, I feel. But ever since making that line change, we've only lost 2 games. We're 13-8. We were 8-6. We've lost 2 games. 14-9. So we've lost 3 games. But hey, we've won. We're on the up and up. We're on the upswing. One thing I started to talk about right when the phone rang was my plans for possibly streaming on a more consistent basis. I have a 40-hour-a-week job, but it's the same 40 hours every week, which is something I've never had. So I've never been able to set up a stream time. The only issue with me streaming is because I work 40 hours a week, I work nights. So my stream schedule would be, if you're in the United States, would probably be like from anywhere from 5 p.m. until like 9 a.m. the next morning. Obviously, I would shrink it down to try and find a spot that fits better. There would be no weekend streams because I have to work. They would be... No, go away with your Brendan Dillon. The days that I could stream would be Wednesday through, I guess, Saturday morning, because I would go to bed for work on Saturday at 10 a.m. So anywhere from Wednesday at... A possible stream schedule would be Wednesday through Saturday. Go away with your Brendan Dillon. From 5 p.m. each day until probably like 5 a.m. is when I would have my window. Obviously, it would change day by day, and what I would be playing would probably change day by day. But I'm buying a brand new PC with this fancy job I have. Not a fancy job, but just the fact that I have a paycheck and I can afford to buy a PC. So I'll be able to stream computer games, be able to stream Xbox games as always. Everything will just be nice. But yeah, I'll put that on hold and we'll look at the team here. So 36 games in. What's our record? We're 21-15-0. Looking at the stats, Patrick Kane 43 points. He's a monster. Panarin 37. Taves 32. Kind of falling down a little bit, but he's being the guy who needs to be. Blake Wheeler and Pastrnak are both -10s. Anthony C is a +1. So Pastrnak and Wheeler cannot play on the same line, is what I'm gathering. So Sprong's putting up some good numbers, though. I mean, he's only got 10 goals, but he's got 25 points. Nisimov's kind of turned it around since I put him on the 4th line. Brinkat's not doing awful. Duncan Keith is actually a minus. So is Jalmerson. Our first D pairing is a minus. They must be playing with that second line. I think I'm gonna put Pastrnak on the 3rd line. I need a playmaker for that second line, I feel. Do I have a... Should I just put Teuvo on that? I'm going to put Teravainen on the second line to play with Wheeler and Athanasiou, and we'll put Pastrnak on the 3rd line. And see how that works. Goaltending. Anderson, 19-12. He's got a pretty high goals against. Pretty low save percentage. So we're going to need him to kind of up his game for us going down the stretch here. We're 21-15. We're 3rd in the division by 2 points. Oops, that's the Atlantic. I wanted the Pacific. So we're not... The Pacific is actually right with us this season, so we're going to need to start winning some games. Our power play is pretty insane. Penalty kill could be better, but it's not bad. But yeah, I'm going to make that change. I'm going to put Teravainen on the second line. And I'm going to move Pastrnak to the 3rd. Because Pastrnak and Wheeler, they're not mixing. Athanasiou is still a plus, but these guys have only gotten worse. So we'll put Teravainen in there. I'm actually going to put the Brinkat on the 4th line because he's a depth forward. He can play on the 4th line and be okay. God, his offensive categories are so good, though. It'll be nice if he gets a boost, but I think he's gonna probably cap out there. He's probably upset about ice time. Oh, he's only upset about individual performance, so I probably could. No, we'll leave it how it is. Yeah, Wheeler at Tennessee. Tennessee's up to an 85, so he might get to an 86 or an 87. And we'll leave Terravine in there. We'll see if he gets a bump. I want to leave Sprong on the third line because I want him playing against lesser players. And I'm actually going to split up this first pairing and go with Mata and Keith with Chalmerson playing with Polka and see if that changes anything. And we'll get back to the sim. This is probably the first season where actually, I mean, we struggled a bit last season, but this is the first season where hardcore, like, really, I'm not so confident in our team making the playoffs this season. But who knows, maybe that one change I just made will clear it up and we'll go on like a win 25 out of 30 games. Or we'll stay at 500 and we'll creep into the playoffs and pull in LA Kings and win the cup as the 8 seed. The fuck knows we can't win as the 1 seed. Or the 2 seed for that matter. I don't remember what seed we were in the first season. We started off on such a high note with this GM mode, and then we started off so high, we kept going by setting a record the following season, and then we crashed. Like we hit our high point, and we're just disappointment right now. I don't want fucking Brendan Dillon. Go away. That's not what I'm after. I don't need defensemen. I need a top 2 defenseman. Unless you're trading me a 90 or above defenseman, don't fucking talk to me. Holy shit, look at our team since making that move. It took a couple games to gel. I don't care about the HL. But we won 4 straight, giving up 2 goals in those 4 games. And then we give up. Why do I commentate? All I do is ruin my teams. Yeah, see? I comment on our 4-game win streak, we lose 4. Fuck off. God damn it. But yeah, going back to the streaming schedule, whenever God damn it, Anthony, see you. Eric, I don't have a place for Eric Stahl. He's an AHL top, he's an 82. No, fuck off. I don't want your garbage veteran. Back to the streaming. It would be pretty much a toss-up on what I'm playing. I play a lot of League of Legends. I know that's not something that this channel is known for by any means. There's a couple League videos on here, but they don't get any views because I upload NHL videos on a daily basis usually, and I've been doing that since October. This channel's recent success is built on NHL. And while I would like to branch out to other games, it's hard because I haven't been consistent with it. Like I was doing a Halo playthrough, but that had like 2 views on each video, so I didn't bother. I struggle a lot to play campaigns. And I was hoping that if there were views on it, maybe it would interest me to keep going, but it didn't. Combination of the lack of interest from both the viewers and myself just ended that. But streaming wise, it's more just kind of what's going on. Like once I get a PC, I can actually play real games on my PC. Right now, I'm kind of only stuck with League of Legends because that's what my PC can run. Can run Counter-Strike, but I haven't played Counter-Strike in months, so if I were to pick it up right now, I would be utter shit at it. But once the end of August comes and Madden comes out, I'll probably be streaming Madden. I'll obviously be streaming NHL once that comes out. Probably FIFA. I made mention that I'm going to hold off on FIFA until the new one comes out. I'm getting really sick of our team losing right now. This is really frustrating. Because we played so good for that stretch immediately after the line change. And now we're back to struggling. We're on the struggle bus right now. Maybe the bye week will turn us around. No, hey, we gotta win. But yeah, so I mean, once I get the PC, I'll post an update to YouTube about what I can do with my PC and what I plan on streaming. I'm not building a like top of the line couple $1,000 computer. I'm building a suitable gaming PC with the ability to stream and play games in a high quality. But I'm not spending $6,000 or $7,000 on a computer. I don't have that kind of cash to throw around. Thomas Hickey and Steve Bernier for a 3rd and 2. No, I don't want your garbage. Team's struggling enough as it is. I don't need to throw garbage on top of it. Paul Byron. He's tempting, but I have too many forwards. I already have too many players. Alright, so we're 35, 26, and 2. We kind of turned it around after that bye week, which is good. We needed to. We're sitting 2nd in the division, 72 points. Let's see, Patrick Kane. Let's see, 35 plus 26 plus 2. I don't want to do math this early. I'm just going to hit the A button. I was going to try to figure out how many games we played. We played 63. 72 points. Still scoring a bunch, still giving up a bunch. Power plays averaged out. Penalty kills actually gotten better. We're better on the road than we are at home. That's not good. St. Louis is coming down, though. They're 3 and 7 in the last 10, so... Look at our stats here. Patrick Kane still point per game, 36 goals. He's a monster. Panarin's points are down a little bit this season, but plus minus is all there. Again, second line, man. Blake Wheeler has 43 points, but he's a minus 14. I don't know what else to do. Teravainen's a minus 10. Athanasiou's a minus... I don't know what else to do with that second line. There's everything I've tried doesn't work. Now my bottom 6 is... We're sucking across the board. Chalmerson's a minus 11. Keith's a minus 1. Shostakov's a minus 5. Like, we're just not good defensively. I don't want to make too many changes because we've actually started to win a bit here. Freddie's having a bit of an off season, but save percentage is up at least to 910. Let's look at our lines. I'm not going to make any changes. I think I'm going to end the video here once we look at our lines. But if there's any suggestions you have for what I should look into trying with this team, like Anisimov didn't work, Athanasiou and Teravainen aren't working. What I think I'm going to do is I think Athanasiou has a good spot on that line. I'm going to try Sprong instead of Wheeler, or instead of Teravainen. I'll go sniper power forward, 2-way forward, and just try to outscore the opponent. And then we'll go Teravainen, Anisimov, and Pastrnak on the 3rd line, but then there's no scoring. I mean, the bottom 6 doesn't need to score, just needs to keep the puck out of the fucking net. They're all defensively sound. Teravainen is not so much, and neither is Hartman, but those are 2 guys that should be able to put the puck in the net. Hartman has 9 goals. Anisimov's putting up decent numbers on the 3rd line. So I'm set on this. Panarin's up to 92. Nice. I'm set on this second line for now, but if there's anything I see in the comments that are a better solution, I will look into using it. But I'm going to call the video here. As always, feedback on anything you'd like me to play going forward. Obviously, I know FIFA is something that there's interest for, but I'm going to wait till FIFA, what, 18? Yeah. And that's sometime in September. But yeah, as always, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like button. That's the best way to share the video around and get the channel growing. In addition to that, thank you for watching. My apologies for the start of the video where I cut off 10 minutes. But thank you for sticking with it. I'm gonna go to bed because I'm losing my track of my train of thought. Dowd, see you in the next video. I'm out of gas.